Welcome to Graphing Linear Equations. The best way to watch this video is to take notes while I'm teaching. Pause the video often to get the notes down, and every time the video arrives at a you try, pause and press play when you're ready to see the solution along with my work. In this section, we're going to cover the following topics. Let's begin by defining slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Slope is m and the y-intercept is b. Slope is m and the y-intercept is b. Remember that the y-intercept is the point where the graph hits the y-axis. So that's going to be maybe a positive y-intercept, or it could be a negative y-intercept. When we graph equation, we need either m or b, the slope or the y-intercept. So sometimes they give you the slope and the y-intercept. We'll start with that. Sometimes they give you the slope and 1 point, so you need to find b. And sometimes they give you 2 points. You need to find m and you need to find b. So we're going to graph a line given slope and y-intercept. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to say, all right, is this in y equals mx plus b form? And it is. And we're going to identify our slope in 2 ways and our y-intercept. So m is equal to 2 over 3. Now remember that the top is your rise and the bottom is your run. So rise, if it's positive, it is in this case, so that's going to be up. And run, left or right, it's positive, so it's going to be right. Now there are 2 ways to express positive numbers, so 2 over 3 or both negative. So that would then mean down and to the left. It may seem like a lot of work, but if you do it every time, you will get the right answer. And b is equal to 1. I always like to write the word start here so that I know that's where I start. Now remember that b is your y-intercept. So you're going over to your y-axis, you're finding where y is 1, you're putting a dot. Now from that point, you're going to count up 1, 2, and to the right, 1, 2, 3. Put a dot, up, 1, 2, right, 1, 2, 3. And you keep going until you run out of space. Then you go back to that y-intercept and you use the other one. Down, 1, 2, left, 1, 2, 3. Down, 1, 2, left, 1, 2, 3. And you keep going till you run out of space. Then you grab your straight edge and you connect your dots. And that is the equation graphed. We'll look at 3 more examples. If you want to skip ahead to the you try, feel free, but I do encourage you to watch at least one with the negative here. Okay. So the equation is y equals mx plus b. So we can see our m and our b. And we start, now our slope doesn't look like a fraction. Let's rewrite it so that it does look like a fraction. And then we always write, okay, down or up, left or right. When we have one negative, we change which number has the negative. So that would be up and to the left. b is equal to 3. I always write start, so I know where to start. So we're looking at that y-axis again. We're going to start where y is 1, 2, 3. And from there, we're going to count down 1, 2, to the right 1, down 1, 2, to the right 1, down 1, 2, up 1, 2, left 1, 1, 2, left 1. Grab your straight edge and connect your dots. Always make sure you're putting arrows on either end. 2 more. So for this graph here, our slope is m equals negative 1 over 2. Make sure you're placing the negative in the top or the bottom, not in both locations, just a single negative. So that would be down and to the right. Or 1 over negative 2, that's going to be up and to the left. Here's our m. Our b is 2. I always like to start. We go to that y-axis. B is 1, 2. And from this point, we're going to count down 1 over 1, 2 to the right. Down 1 over 1, 2 to the right. Whoop. Down 1 over 1, 2 to the right. Down 1 over 1, 2 to the right. And you would keep going. We'll go back to the y-intercept, count up, left 2, up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2. And then grab your straight edge, connect those dots, put an arrow on either side. All right. Moving on to the last problem where they give us y equals mx plus b. Our m is 3. Now again, it doesn't look like a fraction. We want to make sure that we write it over 1. So it's going to be up and to the right, or both positive, make them both negative, down and to the left. The b is -2. That's where we're starting. So on the y-axis, we're going to find where b is -1, -2. And we're going to count up 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1, up 1, 2, 3, to the right 1, 1, 2, 3, to the right 1. If you're someone who has trouble with left and right, always feel free to go ahead and do that. Down 1, 2, 3, to the left 1, 1, 2, 3, to the left 1. Grab that straight edge. Try and get through all the dots as best you can. Connect it with arrows. All right, we are at the U try. Pause the video and try these 4 problems. Take a look at see how you did. Make sure you check that the graph looks the same as mine. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Moving along, to graph the equation y equals mx plus b, we do need m or b, but sometimes they just give you m and 1 point. So when they give you m and 1 point, let's take a look at that. So they tell us to graph the line with m equals 1 and goes through the point 2, 3. So we have a slope and we have an ordered pair. Well, let's graph that ordered pair. So remember that's x, y. This tells you how much to move left or right, and this tells you up or down. So we're going to move to the right 1, 2, and up 1, 2, 3. Now we have a point. From that point, we can actually use slope. Let's rewrite slope as a fraction, 1 over 1. So that's going to be up 1 to the right 1, or down 1 and left 1. So let's take a look here. We're going to go up 1 to the right 1, up 1 to the right 1, up 1. We keep going. There's a lot of grids there. Down 1, left 1, down 1, left 1. Grab your straight edge. Connect your dots. Put arrows on either side. And now we'll go to the U try. Pause the video and give it a shot yourself. Take a look and see how you did. The last thing we're going to cover is graphing when we're given 2 points. Anytime we are graphing a line and we have 2 points, that's all we need to show that the line exists. So we'll do one example together and then one on your own. So it says to graph the line that goes through the points 0, 3 and -2, 4. All right, so we don't have slope, we don't have a y-intercept, we just have ordered pairs. So let's take a look at our ordered pairs. We have 0, 3, -2, 4. Well, that's an ordered pair x, y. So let's graph that. Remember, when we graph ordered pairs, we're always starting right here at the origin. So 0 means we're not going to move left or right, and up 1, 2, 3. So that's 1 point. We've got another x and y. -2 means we're going to move left 1, 2, and up 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if I grab my straight edge, I can graph that line that goes through those 2 points. Go ahead and give that a try. And see how you did. That concludes graphing linear equations.